I'm just gonna check out a few guitars in my collection. We're here at Wizard's Cottage at the grounds at Wizard's Castle. So you just got the fire going and having some soup and rolls and stuff. Yeah, I just like say it's winter now, so we've got to kind of warm up and keep warm. But yeah, just gonna talk about a few of my, I don't know how to say it, my favorite guitars, but the guitars I've used over the years the most for touring and recording, and just guitars that I probably played a lot. You know, obviously maybe not my total favorites, but definitely, you know, go-to guitars. The first one is going to be this awesome ESP M2. I was going to say Eclipse. No, it's the M2. Yeah, it's a standard series, 2007, made in Japan. It's a neck through. I got this one. I was endorsed by ESP Guitars. It's fantastic. It's got a neck through body, alder body, Floyd Rose, one volume knob, a 3-position switch, EMG 8185, ebony fingerboard. It's fantastic. Super low action. I use this for loads of gigs with Snake Eyes and lots of recording. It was my main guitar. It probably still is my main guitar. It's just fantastic. It's, you know, it's great for just regular tuning, and it just shreds. You know, I've toured with it in Germany, all over the UK, you know, Wales, Scotland, you know, Belgium, all over Europe, and recorded with it. It's just fantastic. I love the finish. It's got that camel finish. The only thing is the Floyd is a little bit worn from using it so much in the sweat. Sometimes that happens, and you know, you have to treat it with stuff. And but I mean, it's such an easy guitar to play. It plays like butter. The neck is like I don't know. It's just so smooth, and it doesn't, you know, it doesn't get sticky at all. I actually had 2 of these for a while, and sadly, I think I traded the other one for a PRS. Sometimes that happens. You know, you get gear syndrome, you know, and you want another guitar, and you get it, and then you go, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. But that's just the way it goes. This is fantastic. I'll probably still be using this live when we start playing live, because we're just rehearsing at the moment and recording. I love the pointed headstock. I think the newer ones or new ones have a rosewood board, which I'm not too keen on. I mean, you know, if someone gave me one, I'd be happy. But I used this forever. Had it since 2007. Geez, how many years? Over 10 years. And you know, it's in fantastic condition. A little bit of wear on the bridge and the screws, but that's from all the sweat from shredding. And like I say, I'll do another video where I plug in, because it's, you know, too much messing around. But yeah, that's my M2 Camo. I just love this guitar. It's, you know, it's one of my, you know, one of my metal rock guitars that I use the most, and you know, yeah. So that's the one that I've used a lot over the years. And we have a special guest that might come into the picture. Hello. Okay, the next one is got a cat, of course. Oh my God, this is a beast. It's so heavy. Of course, you know. This is my 1993 Gibson Les Paul Standard. This is, got it when it was new in Canada, Vancouver, Atlanta, McQuaid. I actually got 2 guitars that day. I fell in love with this one. It's a 3-piece, not flame maple, but bird's eye maple top, which is fantastic. It's got gold hardware. It's all stock. Speed knobs, which are cool. I love the color amber. It's just beautiful. It's fairly heavy. I don't know what it weighs. Probably like 10 pounds. Good chunk of mahogany and maple. Neck is medium. It's fairly thick. I like it. Really nice dark rosewood fingerboard. It's a standard, you know, regular Clouson tuners or whatever they call them. I don't know. There's so much tech talk and specs. Like, really, who cares? I've used this with Snake Eyes. I used it in Canada and Vancouver for all the gigs there. I was playing Gibson and Ibanez a lot back in those days. This is a guitar I used the most. I used it over here too. Yeah, I've used it for the first album, and I think maybe a track or two on the second Soul Stealer album, the Snake Eyes Soul Stealer. I use this on the Journey Begins a lot. Just a fantastic guitar. I think these are 480, 490 pickups, Gibson pickups, whatever they are. They sound great, you know. I just like the way it sounds. Strings wrapped around the bridge like that. But yeah, this is just, you know, I've used it live. I've used it in the UK a lot. It's a little bit on the heavy side, so, you know, it's just one of those. But yeah, I've used this so much. It's a keeper, and they're pretty rare. It's in nice shape, you know. Obviously, you get little dings. I just noticed a ding on the front, but you know, after touring with it and, you know, recording with it. But this is just fantastic. It's one of my favorite Les Pauls. It's got a nice mahogany back on it, and it's, like I say, it's got the three-piece bird's eye maple top, which is very rare. It's just beautiful. In the 90s, they made awesome guitars, and I love Les Pauls. You know, it's just, you know, maybe don't play them as much as I used to live because they're so heavy. But I still love them. You know, I play them at home or in the studio as much as I can. Yeah, it just feels nice. Absolutely love it. So yeah, I've used this, God, since I got it. You know, I've been doing Snake Eyes for like 20 years, or however long it's been. It's been a long road, but you know, it's not easy. But yeah, I've used this a lot in Snake Eyes and other projects, videos and stuff. So yeah, that's my 1993 Gibson Les Paul Standard with a bird's eye maple top. Yeah, I love this guitar. Never gonna get rid of it. Never. Oh, it's funny because it weighs a lot more than the ESPs, but you know, it's just the way it goes. Yeah, so on to the next guitar with Guitar Safari. Here with some of my favorite guitars, or guitars that I've used over the years for recording and live. These are some of my go-to guitars that I've used a lot and, you know, recorded with and played live with, and yeah, just that I use a lot. Next one is a ESP. Yeah. This is an ESP Eclipse. It's satin black, mahogany body. I guess it's a mahogany neck, ebony fingerboard, active EMG pickups, 81 and 85, I guess, a three-way switch. This is the 4-knob model, 2 tones and 2 volumes, gold hardware. It's got the locking tuners, the Spurzels, excuse me. I guess they are. This is 2006, made in Japan. It's fairly light. That's what I like about it. It just sounds and plays fantastic. Like I say, I used this on my solo album, Wizard Oz Dark Mist. If you look that up on YouTube, there's a video called Dark Mist by Wizard Oz. It was filmed in the UK and Russia. My good friend Yanka helped me with the video production of that and did the album cover for me. Like I said, I used this guitar and a few other ESPs on that album. I've used this with Snake Eyes recording, used it live with Snake Eyes, I've used it with India live. It's just a fantastic guitar. I just absolutely love it. It's like a black Les Paul custom without the weight. And obviously it's got active pickups. You know, I'd love to have one of these with Seymour Donkas or something, you know, because, you know, I got so many with EMG active pickups that it's nice to have other guitars with different pickup combinations or you know, passive pickups or whatever you want to call it, you know, like Seymour Donkas. This one, like I say, it's been played all over the UK. I'm not sure if I took this one to Europe yet. I don't think I have. I love it. It's just fantastic. I've got another one in white with the 3-knob model, which is an actual ESP. Yeah, it's fantastic. I absolutely love it. It's an alternative to Les Pauls, which aren't as heavy. The neck is a little bit thinner than a Les Paul. It's really fast. It's really smooth. Like I say, ESPs and LTDs are so consistent. That's why I love them. They're fantastic. Anyways. Okay. Yeah, rock and roll, heavy metal forever. Yeah. What's the next guitar? Next guitar is ow. Let's do this. Another. Ow, be careful. Ow. This is a ESP LTD Eclipse again, EC 1000. Excuse me, sorry, I'm just whiffing a coffee well, we went to commercial break. Yeah, right. This is in gloss black. This one is made in Korea. 2005. There's a great story to this one. You've got two EMGs again, 81, 85, rosewood, jumbo frets, 24 frets, 2 volumes and a tone, I think it is, or whatever, maybe 1 volume and tone. I don't know. Figured out. It's got a battery compartment in the back. It's got the abalone inlays on this one. It's got the Spurzal lockers or Shalers or whatever they are. This is fantastic. It's got, I think these have, I can't remember what I said the nuts are. Urbana maybe? I don't know, whatever, it doesn't matter. I'll look the specs up. I don't know if it's graphite or Urbana. Sorry if I made a mistake on any of the other things, but nobody's perfect, man. You know how many guitars I have? Nobody knows, and I don't even know, so I can't get all the specs right. So sorry if I made a mistake. I think it's Urbana now. It doesn't matter. Or graphite, one or the other. This one is fantastic. This was a gift from a lady, good friend of mine. She's from Tennessee, and I think she gave it to me for my birthday or Christmas. And wow, yeah, what a gift. I mean, I'll treasure this forever. It's just fantastic. And I played this with Snake Eyes for a long time. Did some recording with it. This has been everywhere, this guitar. Like the ESP Camo, it's been everywhere. It's been all over the UK, it's been to Glasgow and Edinburgh and Scotland, it's been to Wales, it's been to Germany, Belgium, Europe, all over. It's even been to the States. These are fantastic guitars. Like I say, I have quite a few of them. I just love them. Like I say, they're an alternative to Gibson Les Paul because they got the same shape. They got good access up top, and they just feel great. Obviously, it's nice to have them with the Seymour Duncans in there. I think I've got one like that, a Bruce Kulick one. But this one is fantastic. I've used it so much, lots of live videos with this, and it's fantastic. This one's actually a little bit of a, not chunky neck, but yeah. Yeah, that's the LTD Eclipse 2005, made in Korea. It's been used a lot. It's in great shape. It's a little bit of wear on the gold hardware because that's normal what it wears. Okay, on to the next guitar. What's the next guitar? It's going to be this awesome ESP LTD Eclipse again. It's a red cherry one, a cherry one. This one is 2003, made in Korea. Mahogany body with quilted maple top or flame maple top. 2 EMGs again. Rosewood, jumbo frets, 24 frets. Got 3 knobs on it, a 3-way switch. Decent neck, probably a little thinner than the black one. It's got the locking tuners and whatever, the Ivana nut or whatever, graphite, doesn't matter. This is a special one. This is the first Eclipse I got, or EC 1000. I was living in the UK at the time, and I was visiting family in Canada, and for Christmas or whatever, holidays. And I picked this one up, and this is right around the time I just moved to the United Kingdom. And so I got this bad boy, and I just absolutely loved it because I was playing the Les Paul a lot, the amber one. And I was just getting a bit heavy, and I had 2 or 3 car accidents, right around that time, or a bad one just before that. And so back and neck was a little bit screwed up, and so this definitely helped in those times. But I've used this one with Snake Eyes forever. I played the Marquee Club, the second Marquee Club, not the original one, the one in London with Metalworks, and I actually ran it through Richie Faulkner's rig from Judas Priest. He was playing with Metalworks at the time, and let me plug through his rig. And of course, when I turned it on, it was like full blast, like 150 million decibels. It was awesome. What an awesome guy. I've been very fortunate enough to jam with him and known him for many years. He's just a fantastic player, and well done to him for getting into Judas Priest and for his career. Fantastic player, big influence on me too. I mean, jamming with Richie Faulkner before he, he was playing with Lauren Harris. I mean, it's just awesome. But this guitar has been everywhere, Canada, all over England, tons of gigs. It's, lots of recordings. It's fantastic. I guess it's the Tone Pros, I guess, on there. This one's got black hardware. These are fantastic guitars, I just absolutely love them, dude. Just playing sound amazing, It's just, like I say, they're a little bit lighter and thinner than a Les Paul, and I think actually the strap came off. I had to glue it back in or something, because I was probably jumping around like a total monkey, but I think me running around on stage like a crazy lunatic, I think those days are over. I think I got to take it kind of easy, because it plays hazardous on your health and your neck and your back, and you only do it so long, right? But it doesn't stop you from playing. You don't have to jump around just as long as you play it. Yeah, this is fantastic. It's a beautiful guitar. Just absolutely love it. Yeah, it's definitely. I've used this one with India also. A few different bands used it live, and it's just a guitar. It's a go-to guitar. You pick it up, you restring it, or whether it's strung up, it's always perfect action. It's so reliable, it's so consistent. Like, you know exactly what it's going to do. You pull it out of the case, it's usually in tune. With the locking tuners, it's just fantastic. You can just throw anything at it, and it's solid. Like, say, you play these things in the cold and the heat, or from one extreme to another, and they're always in tune. The necks don't fluctuate or move, or the truss rod doesn't move. So very little adjustments needed on them. Sometimes you do, but very rarely compared to some other types of guitars or other makes. Fantastic. One of my favorites, and that I've used forever. And ever and ever. On to the next guitar. Yeah, man, it's going to be an awesome one. Woohoo! Come here, baby. So this is a fantastic, another ESP. This is an ESP George Lynch Skulls and Snakes. This one is probably one of my first ESP guitars. Very first ones. Got it in the 90s. This one is 1990. It's an alder body, I think. I think it's Seymour Duncan pickup, and I'm not sure what that one is. It's fantastic. It's got a pull-push pot. It's got the snake and skulls graphic, which is fantastic. It's scallop rosewood fingerboard from the 12th fret up, which is really cool. I mean, the Vibe models are the last 4 frets, I think. The neck on this thing is huge. It's really chunky. I love it. It's got the old ESP style headstock, and this is one of the rare ones. It's got the Floyd on it, and it's got the just the dot inlays, whereas some of the other ones have the skulls and the kind of pointed headstock. I got this off Ed Roman's Guitar Shop. I think he passed away, so rest in peace, brother. And yeah, he was a cool guy. Talked to him on the phone actually a couple times about guitars, and I think I got a BC Rich with this guitar. I usually sometimes buy 2 guitars at once, so I got a fantastic deal on this. It's a keeper. I've used this on the first Snake Eyes album, The Journey Begins, Snake Eyes, for some solos and stuff, and I think some rhythm sounds, and it just screamed, just fantastic. But this guitar has been with me a long time. Probably, like I say, I've gone through a lot of guitars over the years. I mean, I've probably owned over 500, maybe even more, maybe even close to 1,000, honestly. But I keep the ones I like, and this one has been in my collection a long time. I have a few others that may be a little bit longer. I think that the guitar I've had the longest is probably a double neck ived. It's not right here. In the cottage. Yeah, we're in Wizard's Cottage at Wizard's Castle. We're having a little kind of roundup of guitars in here, and just drinking some coffee and having some biscuits and rolls, keep them warm and soup and that, because it's winter now, it's really damp. So yeah, this is a guitar I've had a very long time. I use it for recording. It's just fantastic. I love George Lynch, and I love the guitars he plays. They're just, like I say, he's a great artist, great player, but it's sort of, I've seen Dawkins in LA, Vancouver, I've seen him in London, but it's sort of like the guitars are always really cool by artists sometimes. Sometimes they're just really cool and I love them. And it's not so much because I like the artist. I do appreciate what they do, but I mean, look at this graphic on this. It's insane. I have quite a few George Lynch signature models, ESPs and LTDs. I got a Baritone, I have a Serpent, a couple Kamikazes, the real ones, the ESPs. They're mind blowing. They're so consistent and fantastic. Anyways, that's my little favorite guitar collection of the guitars I've been using the most over the years. There might be a couple other ones that I don't have here or in front of me or beside me. They might be in a case somewhere hiding. They might be on holiday. It's funny because, geez, I don't even know where that, oh, there it is. I had an Ibanez guitar and it actually disappeared. It ran away. Yes, it disappeared for like 2 weeks and I looked everywhere, and when you have that many guitars, you go, where would it go? Did I trade it? Did I sell it? No, I'm positive I did. So it was a funny story. Eventually, I found it in a closet in another guitar case that was not branded Ibanez on the case. So I couldn't find it. It might have been in an ESP case or God knows what. But yeah, it was just bizarre. I could not find it. It was, definitely need to make a film of that or whatever. Anyways, I just want to say thanks for coming out and checking out my channel. And please smash the like button. And please subscribe, and yeah, stay tuned for more videos. Like I say, I'm doing the best I can. I'm recording with Snake Eyes. I got a blues rock, or rock and blues track coming out soon. I'm trying to do a video for that, and yeah, always keep me busy and rocking out. Anyways, take care, and we'll see you soon. And remember, it doesn't matter what guitar you play, as long as you rock.